Hey, what's going on, kids? I'm Sean from Start to Finish Gaming, and today we begin our brand new adventure here on ARK Survival Evolved. Now, if you're sitting there scratching your head wondering where this came from, wondering why this even happened, guys, in the right-hand corner right about now is a link to episode 0, where not only do I announce the series, I let you know kind of like my hopes and my plans with this series, and we also run through the settings, so it's an all-informational episode. Check that video on out, then come on back to this one to enjoy some gameplay. But we are here. This is where we actually ended the last episode. We're going to jump into gameplay and get started. As we all know, this is going to be a really, really grindy series. It's going to be tough getting some levels, and I'm really honestly excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you smash that like button for me. On top of that, if you're enjoying the content, but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. And guys, let's get started. I am really, really excited about this. All right, let's head on over here. We've already made our character. Already went through that in the last episode. We are going to spawn in South Zone 1. Survivor name S2F after the channel, obviously. And let's begin, guys. Overall, I love this little cutscene here. Just like scratching the little thing on the arm, and just, oh my god, this is the best. I love this. Now, we all know, right when you get into the game, first thing, just start grabbing some items. Obviously, it's going to be showing up as increments of 2 because we do have our harvesting setting at 2. Obviously, all the settings are going to be... I'll also put another link at the end of the video in case people didn't catch the first minute of this video. But, yeah, we're just going to be punching trees, gathering a little bit of wood, everything like that. I love the grind, honestly, and I'm really, really excited. I know it's going to seem like that we are gathering a decent amount of materials right away, but at the same time, it's fine. It's going to take a while to level up. Like, level 1 is only 10 XP, and usually at this point, if you have it on, like, 1.0... You're already a level or 2 up at this point. So I'm really, really excited that it is a bit slow right now, where it's going to be a grind to get levels. And I'm really, really, really excited. I'm interested to see how far we can actually get in this first episode levels-wise, because I do have plans, obviously, for the future episodes, but it does depend on how many levels we get in today's episode. So we'll see how this goes. Going through, we obviously do have a couple of skins and everything like that. Obviously, we'll have the skins for Genesis 2, and then we'll also have the other skins from I think I bought like the Aberration expansion pack or something like that. So we do have those too. But for now, I'm just going to drop as much as I can inventory-wise. We have a decent amount of fiber already. Oh my gosh. And let's kind of go in here and see what we can actually get. So I need a little bit of thatch. That's fine. So we just got to punch another tree. There we go. Nice and easy, and there we go. Okay, so first level overall. Interestingly, I am not going to do weight. I'm actually going to start out with movement speed, and that's only because plans for future episodes. I need to get a few decent levels in speed right away, basically. But what I'm going to do is... actually, it doesn't actually matter, because by the time... we'll see. We'll see. Let's put it that way. But we are going to have a grind and everything, too. Obviously, right in the beginning, a few things you're going to want to grab right away is obviously a decent amount of fiber, a decent amount of flint. I do want to get to actually making an axe, so we are going to use this right now. Should be all good. Let's get that axe going. If I can make 2 of these, yes, I can. Perfect. Let's do that. And, like, you could tell at this point, like, once we made an axe and we made the campfires, like... we should be already level, like, 3, 4, 5, that kind of thing. And I'm loving the fact that XP we're only at 17 at this point. That's great. It's going to be so much fun. I'm at least going to be happy about it. But we'll see. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to obviously work on the materials for spears, which I believe we need a decent amount of fiber, which we have. Thatch, we're going to need a little bit, I think, too. No, it's fiber... I want to say it might be thatch. Gotta remember what we actually need, unless it's wood. I think it might be wood, actually. So we're gonna get a decent amount. Now that's gonna really work on our weight here, but we'll see. We'll probably go back and forth, honestly, between weight and speed to start. Let's do that. Let's unlock the spear, and then we're also gonna unlock some clothes. Personally, right away, I always try to make 10 spears. It's just a little bit easier, so we're going to do that. And then we're also going to make just a little bit of clothes and everything, too. Now, in the last series, I always stayed in first person. I think we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to go into third person. Right now, our character's obviously, like, has, like, no clothes on, so I'm waiting till we actually have clothes, and then I'll kind of switch it over to third person. So it just gives a different view. It just gives a different idea of, like, what we actually are looking at and looking around and everything like that. So we'll give that a shot, doing third person. Eventually, I may get sick of third person, so we'll switch that at a later point if need be. But I'm going to drop down the spears just down into the hotbar at the bottom here. And then for now, I'm also going to add the campfires too. But now we're just waiting for these spears to be done. And now I can take the Santiago spear, and add it on, just so it makes it look so much nicer. And then we also have, obviously, the Santiago axe, which was part of the Genesis Part 1, Part 2 expansion, basically, I believe. Now, at this point, I'm going to get rid of this. We'll die eventually, so it's not the end of the world. Let's kind of get some clothes on here. Now, at this point, let's just toggle third person. So it just gives a different view when running around and everything like that. If you guys prefer third person or first person, let me know in the comments down below, so for future episodes, we can kind of have the right thing set up now. Oh, God, that's a Pego. No, no, we're going to go this way. That's not happening. Of course, like, this area does tend to get some dangerous creatures, but I didn't want to Pego right away. That's not something I want to be looking at. So we're going to look around here. We're going to explore a little bit, because I kind of want to see what's easy to kill out here. Hopefully there is a dodo or two, so at least we can start getting ourselves some some hide and stuff like that, because we're going to obviously have to make a little bit more clothing. We're going to need boots. We're going to need the little, like, it's basically protection around your wrists, basically. Like the cloth wrappings or whatever they call it. Let's see here. We actually have an okay amount of weight and everything. That's okay. I think we're going to kind of explore. Like I said, we'll kill some creatures along the way, but I think the plan is to obviously start setting up a little shack, because we're going to need to, we're going to be gathering a lot of materials and stuff like that, so we do need to start making boxes and everything like that, so we can hold as much as possible. Alright, let's keep kind of running around here. So I've been exploring the area for a little bit. Obviously, we got a couple of ichthyornises there that almost gave me a problem before. But I will let you guys know, this location is actually pretty good for a base. You are a little bit higher up, and you do tend to have a little bit higher in temperatures and everything like that. Right here, it's 92 degrees. But you could set up a little shack here, and this actually isn't too bad. It keeps you away from some of the creatures down there. You are above, so it just puts you in a naturally safer spot. And you do have access to a decent amount of wood around here. And then you also have access to, like, the plateau area up here too, so it's not too bad of a spot. It's a relatively safe spot. The only downside is eventually, if you are going to kind of work your way up to the plateau, get those creatures kind of rendered in and everything, they do have a chance of working themselves down this way, and then eventually there could be a Carno up here that it will eventually kind of get close enough to your base and then aggro you. So it's not a bad spot, but at the same time, you do have that concern, so just be weary of that. But in the exploring phase right now, basically, until hopefully we can get some hide soon. That's really what the hunt is at this point. Alright, so I might have to check my settings, but I'm not sure why I'm getting the birthday dodos spawning in. I'm wondering if, because it's technically around ARK 6th anniversary, if they actually made an event. I actually haven't looked at it or anything. But you know what? Hey, it's a dodo. We're definitely going to take it if we can. Oh my god, the aim on this is, like, really tough. Oh my god, it's, like, really, really kind of... Okay, it's not that bad. It's just a little getting used to, but it's really, really shaky, though, honestly, when you need to kind of aim it and everything. But it's not too bad. Oh god, cake slices. Oh god, there must be an event going on right now. Okay, so we're actually gonna have to make another... Oh god, what is it called? Not the campfire. It's a little bit further down here. Hopefully we can get to level... Where's cooking pot? 8 because we're going to need to figure out what you can get with cake slices, because that would be kind of cool to see. I guess there's an event going on right now, and I had no idea about it. Oh my gosh. But we'll see what we can do with that. But we do have our hides, so the biggest thing at this point is let's go into the engrams and get cloth, gloves, boots, and hats. So at least we can kind of fully clothe ourselves and help with any fights or anything like that that may come our way. I did want to head up to the plateau, but I did see a couple of raptors right away, so unfortunately for right now, we're not going to be able to head up there. It is what it is. We're just not properly leveled yet. We are going to need to eventually get into bows, arrows, stuff like that, and then we'll be better equipped to kind of work with that. So, again, back to exploring, grabbing some dodos on the way, and let's see how many levels we end up getting doing this. So I decided to set up some campfires here because we do have a little bit of raw meat. So at least let's get a little bit of raw meat going, because a little bit of raw meat is better than none. And to be honest, we are going to need some food soon. So let's do that. I also will mention I changed something in the settings already. Let me kind of jump into the options to show you. Originally, I actually had this on right here, toggle extended HUD info. I thought it was for something else, but it ended up being that when you're actually playing the game, you probably saw this in an earlier clip, the left side of the screen basically had 846, day 1, the football. It had all that 20, but pretty much the entire time. So I felt like that was a little unnecessary, so I basically cut that out. So that's the first setting fix. More probably to come, but we'll see what happens. But for right now, let's get a little bit of cooked meat, and then I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to head up that way, and there are the dillos up there that we saw a little bit earlier. I think taking on 2 dillos might actually be okay. I don't think we're actually going to run into too much trouble there. I may honestly switch it back to first person just for that, because that might get a little bit of hairy of a situation, and I just feel a little bit more comfortable doing that, but we'll see what happens. So let's wait on this food. Let's at least get ourselves something a little bit better than having to get a couple berries, and I don't know, we'll see how the fight goes. We'll see how our first fight here ends up going for us. Alright, it looks like meat is done here, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to demolish both campfires. It should give me enough stuff in order to actually make another campfire, just so we just get that little extra XP, basically. I did switch it, like I said, to first person. We're going to head on up. We'll take on a couple of dillos right now. First person right now, I just feel a little bit more comfortable, and especially going into a 2-on-1 dillo fight. We'll see how this goes. Looks like we have a couple of dodos here too, so hopefully we can get enough points here to unlock the storage box, and then we can start kind of putting that cake away, because the cake does get a little heavy and everything. And I gotta figure out what the actual event is, because I had no idea I actually had an event going on right now, which is kind of funny, kind of interesting. I don't know where these guys went, though. There is one. There we go, sweet. Nice and easy there, a couple of headshots. And we're good, a decent amount of hide, a little bit of XP, nicely done. Alright, there's our next victim right over there. Kind of lure him a bit, yep, come on. Aim this right at the head, there we go. And should be, what? There we go, sweet. So when you fight these things, basically, you'll see that they do that little spitting animation. Just move left or right. I typically jump to, just in case, and you won't actually get spit on. Now, if you do get spit on, your screen goes green. It is a little bit harder to see, and you do tend to move a little bit slower. So pretty much if you get spit on, yeah, you're going to end up dying, especially at this low of a level right now. So next goal is we have to keep just kind of grinding out some things, because we need to get the storage box. I need that amount of points to do that, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one more spear just to kind of get us back up to 10. That'll give us a little bit of XP, and that should actually put us over the edge, so we'll see what happens here. Alright, sweet, and it has. So I'm going to actually put another one into weight. I know I said I was going to do movement speed to start, but you know what? I've kind of changed my mind. It is what it is. But storage boxes are going to be huge for us. I can make 2 right now, which is even better. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to head on over to where I retract that. We're not going to go to where we started. We're actually going to work ourselves up this way, because there is a white drop up here. And I'm kind of curious, and I want to see if we can get there in time, but I'm kind of curious to see, like, what drops are looking like, because I am now on official settings when it comes to drops. The last series was a little more boosted. This series, I wanted it to be a little bit harder, so not only is there an XP, major XP drop, we are currently at 0.25 is what we're working with the XP, as opposed to official, which is 1. We also have a lot of other things that are kind of moved around to make this a little bit more difficult. So definitely check out the settings video I did for episode 0, just so you kind of get caught up and everything on what we're doing here. But let's see what this drop kind of comes out for us. I think this might be pretty good, I hope. But it could always be just like a Fiomia saddle, you know. But let's see what happens. Okay, we got 2 Dillos here. We got 3 Dillos over here. Okay. Alright, this might not be the worst thing in the world, because that'll get us a decent amount of XP if we kind of take them on. Now, right now, the way that we're leveled and everything, I probably... Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Let's kind of get in here, get it, and go if I can. Okay, so we can actually make... Okay, nice. Okay, we actually got enough stuff to actually make a house. That's kind of cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little shack right here, because I need to kind of drop the weight down a little bit, or at least move down a little bit. I want to get away from these ichthyornises. They will, they'll basically swoop down on you and steal some of your items, which usually is food related, which right now I need a lot of food. So we're at the beginning stages here, so we're moseying along here. I'm going to kind of work my way down this way. That's actually not a bad Lystro to start out with. They are an interesting creature. Definitely a really, really good starter tame. The downside to them is they're really slow, so something catches up to them, that it's going to kill them. We'll check out those Dillos in a minute, though, but I do need to kind of work my weight here and get this stuff kind of figured out. I think we'll just make the little shack right here. It's fine. We'll make it almost like a shed where we could just put... We could basically just put all of the storage that we've basically just made here. We could throw out the blueprint, that's fine. I don't actually need that. And for now, it'll kind of just be a little storage place for us. Let's do that. Thatch walls all around. Put on the ceiling. The door frame, and finally the door. And we have our own little shack now. I mean, we're not going to be using this. Like I said, it's going to be all for storage. But this just helps us out a little bit. So anything that's a little bit heavy, like, interestingly, the cake is actually kind of heavy for us right now. I'm going to actually take this. Most of the stuff I'll actually keep inside of here. But I'll bring some resources just in case with us if anything breaks along the way. We're looking pretty good, I think. So let's make an attempt at this. I don't know how this is going to happen, but we'll see how we do. And who knows, maybe we'll get a decent amount of XP from this. So let's kind of get his attention, or just throw a spear at him. Obviously, when you're throwing the spears, try to do headshots. You're just going to get the most amount of damage on them, and you'll take them out kind of quickly. As you can see there, 186 damage. So, hey, a little more hide. I'll definitely take it. All right, we got another one right here. Let's get the spear going. Let's throw that. Ooh, this guy's a high-level one. Oh, 45. Okay, never mind. I think for now, unfortunately, Lystro, you're going to have to go. I need the XP right now, so we're just going to do that. We'll get some XP from this guy. Every little bit's going to help right now, and the hide's going to help us, too. Also, might as well just put down that campfire here, because what I can do is I can actually load this with a little more wood, and we'll get a little bit of meat cooking and everything like that in here. I think that will definitely help us out. So let's get a little bit of wood, let's get that meat cooking, and then I think we'll actually start working on maybe some spoiled meat too, so at least we have that going. But a decent amount of wood right now is going to give us a little bit of XP too in the process. Anything at this point just to get us that little bit of XP is always going to help. Throw that in here, light fire, and have that going. Another thing, guys, make sure if you do get any metal, especially at the beginning of the game, hold on to it, because we're going to need that in a decent amount of levels. Around level 20, we can actually upgrade all of our tools to metal, which you're going to need metal, honestly. You're also going to need... we'll also need metal when we get into the refining forge stage and the smithy stage, which is basically some of the equipment that you need to make the metal stuff, basically. But again, out exploring, throwing some spears, getting some XP, hopefully, and we'll see if I run into any trouble on the way here. Alright, got another Dillo fight on our hands, and okay, that was short-lived. Good talk. Alright, so as we travel back to our shack, but also, I might even possibly head back to where we actually, our starting position and everything. I've decided to get a few berries, because if you guys see in the hotbar, I actually put some measure berries down there. So if that Pegomastax attacks us, the one that was actually near our starting point, there is a chance that it will actually steal those measure berries, and that's actually its preferred food when taming it. So, you know, one of the worst things that I hate, one of the worst creatures that I hate in this game, might end up being our first tame, so we'll see what happens here. But, any other exploring, anything interesting that pops up, I'll let you guys know. Alright, ended up getting another level from the Lystro, which is awesome. Alright, let's see what we're at now. We are at level 6. Let's give us another one into weight. Now we can actually do a little bit of work here, which is good. We have the hide sleeping bed, so if we end up dying, at least we can give ourselves a temporary spawn point. We do have the border and pestle, which is going to be pretty big. We only have about 10 points to work with, so we don't really have a lot of engrams to work with right now, but we're looking okay so far. Interestingly, Genesis 2, you can actually get the canoe at level 8. I forgot that it was that low, which is awesome. That might actually be the goal for the first day, then. Let's get to level 8, and I don't know. We'll see kind of what we'll see. That's actually kind of cool. Alright guys, so after a little bit of exploring, a little bit of leveling, we are back here at base. We are currently level 6. I ended up actually putting a little bit more food in here for that to go, but I've also went ahead and split some of this meat basically, just to start getting the spoiled meat and everything going, so we can get into narcotics and everything like that. What's interesting too is, if you guys don't know, this button right here, you can basically sort your list here. You can have everything sorted by weight, you can have it sorted by name, whether it's ascending order or descending order. Ascending being A to Z, descending being Z to A. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, you basically just sort it by using this little icon here. On top of that too, if you guys are interested, if you see that there's the names here and you don't know how to do it, if you are on console, your directional one that you basically use to kind of move around or whatever, just press in on that, it'll get rid of it. Press it again, you'll actually get the name of each item. So just in case if you guys didn't know how to do that. Alright, we're going to slowly make back to base here. We have a decent amount of that cake slices, so I'm going to put those in the inside one of our boxes, just so we don't become encumbered each time, because these things are really, really heavy. Like, we have 47 of them, which is 47 pounds. Like, that is a lot. I'm actually really, really excited to check out the event, because I had no idea there was actually anything going on right now. I know that Summer Bash is coming up, or at least they talked about Summer Bash coming up, but I guess it's probably ARK, like, 6th anniversary kind of thing. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of cool, actually. I'm interested to see what the actual event is and what you can get out of it. So, looking at my engrams here, we are currently level 6, getting closer and closer to level 7. I am kind of interested in getting these guys. Unfortunately, with the amount of points, I wouldn't be able to get both, but I definitely will need an narcotics and mortar and pestle. But I think what we're going to do first is I'm going to start unlocking a few of these, which is mainly going to be the walls and the thatch foundations. And that's because, honestly, when it comes to leveling right at the beginning, not only killing dinos helps, but also just making foundations and stuff. Just actually, like, in the process of building a base. And let's be honest, we do need to get to that point. Definitely in the first episode here, I definitely want to get something going. I don't actually know where I want to build or anything yet, but I'm looking at this rock out here, and I'm kind of wondering if I could build on it. I know some of the rocks here, even though it's like, it looks like it could hold a foundation, sometimes it doesn't really work out that way. So you know what, let's kind of go into our inventory here, And let's make a thatch foundation. I need fiber, which I think I kind of probably just threw in here. Because if I can build it actually out there, that would be kind of interesting. Because it would kind of keep us away from all the bad things. And we are in a starter area. And I do have a couple ideas of what we could do with that. So we'll start with one. And then if it actually works out there, then we can actually kind of continue to build. We will have to get a few things possibly. Oh, actually, it is kind of deep here, so I might not be able to actually do the original plan, but we'll see if we can actually build there, because that would be kind of interesting. And who knows, maybe you guys watching this video will find it interesting and actually want to build here in your playthrough, so we'll see what happens here. Kind of get up on here. Let's take a quick look. Nah, that's what I thought. So it's out of placement range because technically we're in water, so it goes by the foundation down here, not that, basically. As you can see, I can't really go any further up. I can just kind of keep it on the ground. Alright, it is what it is. I thought I'd see if that worked or not. I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't, but it's fine. Alright, on to figuring out where our base is going to be. Alright, so guys, I've actually decided I'm actually going to put the first base right up there, and I will tell you guys right away, we're not really going to have bases in this one. It's more going to be like shacks. I'm expecting to have just a ton of them. We're not going to be doing like the big, like compound bases and stuff like that at this point, because it's not really necessary in single player. Some concerns about this area, of course, is that you can actually have Spinos and Baryonyxes spawn in here, so if that happens, we're in a little bit of trouble. But if you are going to spawn here, kind of take a look at this area if there's no Spino or Baryonyx here, because there is a very rare chance that a otter will actually spawn in this lake, so in this river. So take a look around, just make sure, see if there is one in here. Just proceed with caution, because this water always has piranha in it. And well, of course, watch, this time it won't, obviously, because of course I said it's always going to be in here. But you also can find fish, you can find coelacanths, but you could also find, what are they called? Like the saber-tooth salmon in here too, which is actually pretty good, especially if you're looking to tame something that needs prime fish meat. Oh, okay, you were kind of stuck for a second. I was like, oh, maybe a possible tame, but that's a little too out of our league right now. This is the biggest downside when you have not put weight into, the levels into weight or anything. Like, oh, as much as I love the grind in the beginning of the game, this is a little, this is a little crazy, but let's see what we can do here. We can make at least a couple, oh my god, I can make 16 foundations, sweet. Okay, so I'm probably expecting to do a 4x3 just to play it safe. Here's the big problem, though. Thatch is actually weighs more once it's actually built. The materials is fiber and a lot of thatch, so which weigh like nothing. The wood, you don't really use that much, so again, it's one of those things that, we're going to be a little encumbered here. So we're going to have to kind of finagle this a little bit. So I'm going to start out by making a total of, I'm going to make a total of 12. Let's get started. And let's see if we get any levels on the way. I'm actually kind of interested to see. Alright, so we gained 0 levels from 12 foundations, and I am still encumbered. And here's the other problem. We have a heat wave right now, so I am taking a decent amount of damage. So, what do we need to do here? Let's have a little bit of food just to kind of get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the narco berries for now. The seeds, the stem berry, the one stone, and the tinto berry. And we are still at 162 out of 140, so let's drop that for now so at least I can move. Hopefully once I put the shack up, it might just be enough to keep us safe. It didn't really help that, of course, right when we started this adventure here, we have a heat wave, so that's always a thing. And that is one concern about coming to this spot specifically, because you are higher up, so you do get hit with that even higher temperature. So we're at 118 right in this area right now. So let's get started with the shack. We should be okay, I hope, and we'll go from there, basically. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can actually find our stuff. I kind of want to see what the timer is on this. 3:36. Okay, so it probably is 5 minutes then, which is good. Let me pick that up. I should be okay. The rest of it can go. Let's head on over here. But yeah, it looks like we're already at half health, so I'm wondering if we're going to have enough time here. We might actually not. I might actually have to... let's make a couple walls just to begin with, and that'll at least get us a level. Alright, so now that we're down at the water level, you guys can see it is 93 degrees, so we're actually not killing ourselves at this point, which is nice, but the minute I go a few steps up here, we're going to be back in that 108 and then 113, so we're going to kind of have to wait out the heat wave. We luckily did get a level, though, so what I'm actually going to do is, yeah, you can see we're at 49.5. I'm going to put this one into movement speed, because I've said I wanted to do a little bit of movement speed, so... We have a few more things unlocked here. Simple bed is actually a really, really important thing to get. And then also the spyglass is really, really going to help us too. Yeah, let's do those two first, though. Oh, that's right. It unlocks the other prerequisites. Alright, we're going to have to wait for the next level then. Oh my gosh. At least we got a bed done. Hopefully we have enough materials and everything to actually make one. But we'll continue building the house and everything too. Alright, so I made a few more things here. Hopefully we can get this shack kind of looking a little bit nicer. Let's see what we can do here, though. So 1, 2, 3, and then I think I'm also going to put a few a little bit higher, because I do kind of want a slanted roof basically here. Now it's just a matter of which way I want the slant. I think it would make the most sense this way, so I just realized I probably should have made a little bit more here. Maybe I go 2 all the way around, and then go up 1. I think that's what I'm going to do, just to kind of use up this material. So let's do that. Alright, besides that, I've also actually had enough materials to make a bed, so we're going to do that. In the future, I will show you guys kind of how to really, really line this up, but for now, we don't really have the necessary engrams and all that, so for now, it's just going to get plopped in the corner here. That's totally fine. And then I also ended up actually making 4 storage boxes, so we could start kind of moving everything over from the one little shack that we had, and slowly move it on over to this side. So let's get these kind of put down here. Hopefully these are somewhat lined up. We'll see what happens when we get a little bit further down here. 3 and 4. Perfect. Now we got to make some campfires. Now we got to kind of start bringing stuff over, so it's going to be a lot of heading back and forth. I didn't really know where I was going with that. Wow. So, in total, it's been about 2.5 hours of recording at this point. And we have finally hit level 8. Oh my god, this is so slow. And that's okay. I am enjoying every second of this. Now, for level 8, there's a few things we can unlock here, which is interesting. Genesis Part 2, we can actually head on over and get ourselves the, canoe, which would be kind of interesting. We're not going to do that yet. We can get the cooking pot. I actually didn't really think about that. Maybe we should do that. We have a total of 9 points, which the problem is... we're not going to be able to unlock everything that we need for our house at this point, because it would be 3, 6, and then this requires the thatch ceiling, which is another 6. That's 12. We're not going to be able to do that. We're not going to be able to get the mortar and pestle and the narcotic, unfortunately. So if we do mortar and pestle, we may do mortar and pestle and spark powder, so at least we can get some spark powder going. Which will give us a little bit of XP too. I'm actually on my way back just to grab the last of the items from the other shack. It's been 3 trips so far having to do that, so it's been a little interesting, I will say that. I don't know what I'm gonna use the levels on yet, but once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so as we head on back to our little shack here, it's raining, and I think I've pretty much figured out that, yeah, we're going to use it on, we're going to use our points on some roofs, so let's kind of get that going here. Like I said, we do have 9 points, but we're going to do the thatch ceiling first, then we're going to do this, and then I can at least unlock one of these or hold on to it. Because I am kind of looking and seeing, I think maybe... You know what? I feel like maybe doing the spyglass now would be good. Maybe not for right this second, but it would be good for the future. So for right now, we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to make a couple more ceilings. I'm going to make some slope ceilings and stuff like that. And hopefully, I can actually level up while doing this. So let's see what happens here, guys. Alright guys, so unfortunately the house isn't working out as well as I thought. I did do a few sloped roofs, but unfortunately it doesn't actually work. I actually need the right and the left triangles, which means we need to level up, unfortunately. Now, I have been going on a killing spree, kind of working my way around, and now we get to the moment of truth over here, which is the Pegomastax. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting a few more seconds because these measure berries are about to spoil, so I'm waiting for them to do that. My idea is I'm only going to put one measure berry in my inventory. The one's about to spoil, so it'll actually leave it with one at full spoil time. There we go. And hopefully the Pego just steals the one measure berry, and we can kind of... I don't know if this is the way to tame it. I don't know if I have to give it all the measure berries. I'm not really sure. But there's 2 of them, and I am... Okay, here we go. Oh, God. They both come? Oh, they're both coming. No. We're not doing it that way, then. No. It's got to be at least one at a time, and that's it. So let's actually get into the water here for a second, because they're going to either join us in the water, and then it's easy to kill them that way, or they're going to do what they just did, which is kind of just run away a little bit. All right, come on. Come on. Come in the water. And then because it's in the water, it's not going to be able to attack us, and all we have to do is kind of just... Come on. Try this again. And now we just get to stab away, because it shouldn't be able to do anything to us, as you can see. And there we go. Cool. So we got the first one dead. That was a level 10. We probably were able to tame that with the measure berries, but we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, it does not steal my food. That is the biggest thing. Don't steal my cooked meat, and we're all good, dude. Steal the measure. Thank you. I don't know how this works, but we're going to put another one in there if I can. Split one. I'm going to be honest, I've never tamed the Pegomastax, but I hate these things. So let's see if that actually started the taming process. I don't actually know. Yep, come on, dude. Okay, you're a little bugged out right now, it looks like. Yeah, it did. It did, but it didn't. Interesting. Maybe they're not berry gatherers. What if I put the whole stack of measures in there? Let's see what happens here. Because I thought they would actually tame via berries, but maybe not. Maybe they're meat eaters. Alright, let's see what he does. There we go. Take the 30. Oh, so you need a lot of them in your inventory. Okay, let's go. Good to know. There we go. He's at like 50-something%, so now we're just going to continue. Grab some measures and see how this goes here. Okay, he's at 70%, so hopefully if I grab another 20 or 30... I should be good to go. I just have to watch that, I have to watch his taming effectiveness, because all of a sudden it's like, it's just dropping like a rock. once he actually comes and takes some of the berries. So what I might have to do is I might have to actually balance this out where maybe I'm hoping 22 measures is more than enough, but we'll kind of see what we get. Okay, we have 28. We should be good. Let's go. Let's run on over to him. Let's see if we can actually get this thing tamed. That would actually be kind of funny that we may get our first tame today, interestingly. So let's head on over there. 59%. I don't know. It's going to be real close. Come on, dude. No, 88. Okay, so we need a little bit more measures. Come on, come on, come on. All right, this should be enough. He's at 80% right now. I have 21 of them. We should actually get our first tame today, which is kind of funny. I just need him to kind of... There we go. Come on, dude. Come on, get out of the water. No, get out of the water. Imagine this is going to ruin the taming effectiveness because he's in the water and running away from me, and now he will not physically be able to come after me. He's literally just going to... Is he getting any closer? No, he's not. He's legit going away. Oh my god. We can't even get our first tame even when we don't want it. Oh my gosh. Alright, it is what it is, guys. I guess we're not getting 85, 87, 88, 89, 90. Okay, no. He's moving away. I'm done with that. That took a lot longer than I expected it to, and we'll get a Pego eventually, but it's fine for now. It's not the end of the world. Anyways, let me go back on my killing spree. Let me try to get another level here so we can get the necessary engram so we can actually finish our base. So we'll see what happens, guys. Alright, so we have something interesting over here. We have a Mo Shops. What is it looking... Ooh, it wants Tinto Berry. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy. This guy might actually be pretty good for us right off the bat. Let's see if we can actually get him, though. Tinto Berry. Here we go. Level 20. Let's see. Are you going to be ours? And you are. Sweet. Okay, so we got our first tame. It is a Mo Shops, which are great fiber gatherers. I think they also gather some berries, too. So this actually might not be the worst thing in the world for getting ourselves a decent amount of... Yeah, no, they do gather berries, too. But they do get a ton of fiber. These guys are absolutely great for fiber. It just gives us another thing to move around with. And they are a little bit quick. What you can also do with this guy, which is nice, too, is just have him follow you. And he could basically just be your, like, refrigerator. He can hold a lot of stuff for you. Well, he or she. I think it's a female, right? Yes, it is a female, so she can hold a decent amount of stuff for you and everything like that. If you do get into a fight, these things will automatically passive flee, so they will just go on the run. They will leave you behind, so don't expect them to fight with you. Don't expect them to help you out. They're just going to go, basically. So I'm going to see if I can get that one extra level that we need. It looks like there is a Dillo up there. I'm going to leave the Mo Shops here because that thing will take off. Let's see if this is the Dillo that's going to get us over. Oh, there's two. That's actually even better. Hopefully there's a chance that we can actually get to level 9, which is so crazy that I'm saying that like it's crazy to get to level 9. Oh my god. This is so fun so far. Alright, and it did actually get us the levels. They ended up being a level 95 and an 80, so they're actually pretty good, too. But let's harvest them first, then we'll focus on the actual level, engram points, and all of that. So, next one, we're at 150 in weight. I'm going to bump up into speed again. Let's see, so we have a total of, what, 9 engram points again? Yeah. So we could do these to theoretically finish up the house. And then, or we just do 9 with this and see what the event is going on with. But I think we're okay with that right now. I think I kind of want to finish up the house. So we're going to do that. We're left with 3, and we'll kind of hold on to those for the next level. So let me take our Mo Shops back to base. Let's see if we can finish up the shack finally. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see. 2 lefts, 2 rights, and we should be pretty good in the building department, I think, at this point. So let's head on back here. Let's get this going, and hopefully we can almost finish up the base. Now, obviously, we don't have enough engram points to kind of put in the doors, so it's not going to be 100% done, but I think we're looking in pretty good shape here. Let's get out the slope thatch that I already have. Kind of put one of these in, see if that's the right way. That should be the right one. Let's kind of slowly work ourselves this way. Put the next one in. Let's put the left one on this side. Left one on this side. And now I should be able to put in these roofs, no problem. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Okay, let me get rid of that so it makes it a little easier. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now on this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So pretty much we almost have our fully working shack at this point. I'm wondering if I could actually connect the wall down this way. So you know what? Let's get a few things out. Let's see if I can actually do this. It would be 2 walls at that point. 1, 2. If I could do this, I'm basically going to put the wall there and the wall there, and we'll have one little opening right here. So let's see if this works. Oh, I can. Oh, perfect. So I'll just do it that way. So then basically the door is going to go here, and that's it. That's what our shack is looking like right now. It's definitely a really plain shack and everything like that, but it is what it is right now. It is a thatch house and everything here, so we have a lot of more work to do. But that is in fact going to wrap up this episode, guys. Now we did get a lot done on this one. We jumped on in here. We got ourselves obviously our nice little thatch palace that we're working with here. On top of that, we did get ourselves our first tame. We did end up getting this Mo Shops here. Now, this is where you guys come in. As you guys know, I am horrible when it comes to names, so I'm going to leave that up to you guys. How this is going to work is every single time we end up getting a team, at the end of the episode, I'll have the same spiel I am about to have right now, letting you guys know that, hey, throw your name suggestions down in the comments down below. The most liked comment will get basically, that name will be for this creature. So make sure you throw your suggestions down in the comments. And, yeah, we'll go from there, basically, see how that goes. But, guys, like I said, that's going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you did, smash that like button. Questions, comments, leave it down below. If you're new to the channel or you're already enjoying my content, but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. One more thing before we go, guys. I don't know. I feel like I bit a little more than I can chew when it comes to the 0.25 in XP. I have been recording for about 3.5 hours at this point. It could be actually a little longer. I'll double check it. It's actually 4. Okay, so I've been recording for 4 hours, and we're level 9. So a part of me is thinking I bit off a little bit more than I can chew, but let me know what you guys think. If you're okay with the 0.25, I'm okay with it. It's just going to be a lot more grinding than I thought it was going to be. If we feel like it's a little bit too grindy, I could bump it up to 0.5 and just leave it at that for the entire series. So let me know your thoughts down below. I really do appreciate it, guys. And again, throw your comments for name suggestions down in the comments down below, and we'll pick the best one. We'll go by the most liked one. That's going to wrap up this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.